Right, welcome back. You're watching Media Monitor on the SABC News Channel. And for this week's International Editor feature, we head to Zambia, where journalist, producer and media consultant Davies Sikopo joins us to talk to us a little bit about what the papers are reporting in his native Zambia. He's an award-winning journalist, and Davies, I'll say good morning to you. Good to have you on the program. Welcome.
Good morning, Peter, and thank you for having me on this particular show.
All right, before you delve into the papers, Sunday papers, I just want to get a sense generally how COVID-19 has been being reported in Zambia. Do you think that as journalists, you're telling the story and telling the whole story in a way that serves your citizenry?
Yes, COVID-19 in terms of the media coverage, the journalists I think are doing a good job in terms of telling the public what is obtaining on the ground in terms of with regards to COVID-19 and just how the pandemic is affecting the citizens. So I think journalists are doing quite a good job. Of course, it being a new pandemic where things, everything about it is quite new. So I think even journalists are sort of adapting to just reporting what is obtaining on the ground and just the facts around COVID-19.
So international reporting watchdogs have been sensing that in parts of the continent and other parts of the world, state voices have been using the COVID-19 pandemic as a vehicle to try and suppress the media. Is that something that you've experienced in Zambia, or have you been free to express yourselves there?
I can say that we are much on a freer note because I think we have not had situations where we are being suppressed in terms of even just getting information about COVID, even just reporting about COVID. Of course, when the pandemic started, like when it hit Zambia somewhere around March, we had incidences of course, the state wanting to just black out certain information. But later on, I think the state realized that I think the people and the public need to know about COVID-19. So this time around, we could have been the Ministry of Health itself organizing those that have suffered from COVID, and of course organizing Zoom meetings with those that are suffering from COVID currently in health facilities. So this time around, I think the whole picture has opened up. The state has sort of like opened up to just try to show the people what is going on, because earlier on, when the pandemic started, the time that they were restricting, talking to patients, they were restricting talking to doctors. People did not have that adequate information, and people did not even, some of them didn't even believe that COVID was there, because those people that were sick at that particular time were being hidden. Doctors that were attending to these people were being restricted to talking to the media, which created this barrier, and that barrier, of course, created thoughts in people's minds that COVID-19 never existed.
All right, and then a general question: when you're critical of government, is government tolerant of such reportage, or do you sometimes feel the pressure from the authorities?
Sorry, Peter, I missed that one.
I was just saying that generally speaking, because we're seeing again across the continent often authorities putting their weight on journalists that are reporting critically of government generally. And I just wonder, in Zambia, do you ever feel any kind of pressure if you are reporting critically against some of the things that government might be doing or exposing corruption even?
Yes.
All right, it looks like it is frozen a little bit, and I just wonder, Arthur, are you still there? All right, okay. We're busy going to try and get hold of Arthur Sikopo once again, because we want to talk about what's on the front pages of the Sunday newspapers there, but getting a sense at the moment of the state of media and how things are working there. Arthur, just before your picture froze there, I was just asking if being critical against government is something that's difficult to do for journalists in your country.
Yes, being critical against the government has been something that has led to some of course, our colleagues in the media face difficult times. Of course, when one has been critical, one has been reporting very critical against the government, they seem to be faced with a number of challenges. Of course, those are pressures coming from the state, whereby they start investigating this particular person and start pressing certain charges that some people, call to be trumped up charges. We have had situations where, journalists are being told what to do, and of course if you decide to just go against what the authorities say, then you are deemed otherwise, and of course the pressure would mount on you. So like right about now.
All right, okay, it's looking like we're struggling there, unfortunately. We need to in fact, is he there? Arthur, are you still there? All right, okay, we're busy trying to dial him back, having a few challenges with our connections to Zambia at the moment, but we will get back to him. But in a short while, we will be helping look back at the SABC turning 84 today, this week, and so a great milestone for us, and we're going to be taking you through that, getting some voices of people who've been there back in the day, as it were. All of that's still to come. Stay with us.